Hello, hello, hello. Hello, another Facebook Live. First live for the week. Not a tips topic today. Not a tips topic. This one is about attitudes and particularly in relation to, shiny object syndrome and so on. So I think it's probably a good topic to feature before Christmas so that when we go into the Christmas period, we're armed with maybe a new way of looking at things, a slightly different way of looking at things, because look, we get attracted by baubles. I know I have. I'm going to share a story with you that I think will have you laughing about me and how I succumbed to temptation many years ago, but it was a shiny object. It was a get-rich-quick kind of thing, and I'm going to share that with you. But look, this is the time of year if we follow the Christmas tradition where we get attracted to shiny objects, baubles, bangles, beads, gifts, pretty paper, Christmas trees, beautifully decorated Christmas trees, and so on. A feast table groaning with food. Yeah. So this is the time of year when we do it. And I thought, well, for those of us who are running a business or trying to build some kind of a home-based business, we could talk about shiny objects and why we get attracted to those kinds of, temptations and how to overcome them, more importantly, because as I said, I've been attracted plenty of times to this kind of thing and in the past, but I reformed myself. Well, I had to reform myself because I wasn't getting anywhere fast, even though I did make some money from some of those shiny objects. So anyway, look, I just want to make sure that we've got sound here. We'll welcome a few people here. Lisabella, hi, Lisabella. Good to see you again. Bonnie, hi, Bonnie. Raquel, that's right, isn't it? Raquel. Yeah, hi, Raquel. Can you hear me? That's an important thing. We want to make sure that you can hear me. I have had a few microphone issues in recent times, so if you can just give me a thumbs up or something like that, you can hear me. Yeah, you can hear me. I got my microphone over here. It's a very nice little microphone, but occasionally there is a connection problem. All right, well, I'm getting, looks like I'm getting something there. Yeah, hi. All right, that's great. Yeah, hi, Vince. How are you, Vince? Good to see you again. Sanjeev. Yeah, hi, Sanjeev. Good to see you again. Max, I don't recall seeing you. That's great to have you on board. Yes, thanks, Vince. Vince is from Singapore. Yeah, that's great. My company is based in Singapore. A good place to do business, for sure. For sure. All right, so we're talking about shiny objects, short-termitis, a condition that most of us succumb to at one point or another. We'll get into the topic very, very soon. Hey, Connie, how are you? Connie's making more sales, which is great. She's like a sales machine. She is a sales machine. So that's fantastic when you see people who succeed so effectively in this home business arena. All right, now, by the way, if I think you know that my name is Kim Willis. I've been marketing online now for 12 years, and I've seen some crazy things happen over those 12 years. And I've had my own ups and downs, but more ups than downs, and that's why I'm still here 12 years later. I've turned it into a career. It's a vocation now. It's not a fad. It's not just a short-term thing. Hey, I'll see if this works. It's this is what I do, and I'll do it as long as I remain healthy. Okay, so I couldn't imagine. It wouldn't matter how much money I have made. I couldn't imagine not doing it. You know, it's What would you do? You got $1 million in the bank. What are you going to do? Watch TV all day? No. We need to be involved with interesting projects. So this internet marketing thing has an enduring attraction for somebody like me. I love it most of the time, not always, but most of the time. All right, see, who else have we got here? Well, then I'll get started. This won't be a long one. It's coming on Christmas here. We're busy. We're all very busy. I'm busy. So I'm just allocating a little bit of time to this one today. But if you want to talk more or, experience more of these ideas, you can join my group, Try Build a Community. It's a free group. So Try Build a Community. I'll put the link in after we're done, and you can join that. And we have a bit of fun over there. We cover different topics: lead generation, traffic, tribe building, yeah, that kind of thing. Okay, who else? Someone else joined? Yeah, John. John, yeah, hi, John. That's great to have you. All right, let's talk about this thing. But before I start the lesson, and the lesson will be a very brief lesson as indicated, let me share a story with you. Back in, when was it? It would have been in the 1990s. I couldn't even think as to what year it would have been. Maybe 1998, something like that, before 2000, before the year 2000. Yeah, it wasn't long before the decade ended, okay? Now, this is in the offline world. I was not an online marketer back then. I knew nothing about the online world. I had an email account. Facebook, I don't think existed, it didn't. And I didn't know anything about internet marketing, okay? It was very kind of unsophisticated. So I was an offline guy. And someone approached me one day and said, I've got a way for you to make some quick money. Are you interested? I said, well, yeah, quick money. What's the catch? What's the catch? And he said, it was a she. It was a she. And she said, well, can I come over and I'll show it to you, see what you think? I said, okay, come on over. So made an appointment. She came over and she pulled out a big kind of sheet of paper, right? A big sheet, like A3 size or something like that. A2 might have been, I don't know. And she had one of these thick felt tip pens, what we call texture pen or texture pen. And she started drawing all these circles, and I thought, oh my goodness, it's Amway. And I instinctively thought, well, there's no quick money with a company like that, good company, but you're not going to make quick money. So I pulled her up. I said, look, don't go any further. Is this Amway? And she said, no, it's not Amway. Amway, too slow. This is fast. This will be fast. And so I said, okay, keep drawing. So she kept drawing the circles. And before long, she started talking, okay, and explaining what it was. Guess what it was? It was a money game. It was a money game. And it was basically, there was no product. It was just basically an exchange of cash. Right, and then you find other people, and they give you the cash, or and then it rolls up. Oh, they give. It's I think they call it airplane, right? So you had to be a pilot, and to qualify as a pilot, you had to get X number of people to pay this money, and it was $2,000. It was $2,000. So I had a look at it. I was pretty skeptical, but greed got the better of me. Greed got the better of me, and I thought, what's the downside? Okay, I'm going to lose $2,000 if it doesn't work, but the upside is I could make $10,000. I could do even better than that. So I looked at my wife and we kind of rolled our eyes a bit, but then we mutually agreed, all right, let's have a bit of fun with this. And that's how it was presented. It was presented as a fun way to make some Christmas money. Actually, it was not long before Christmas. I think it was 1999, okay? And so we gave it a go, and we started talking to people about it, and a lot of them thought we were crazy. But here's what happened. 6 weeks later, we had $32,000 sitting in our hands, or sitting in our bank, or under the mattress, whatever. It was cash, paid cash money, $32,000. Isn't that incredible? $32,000 for a $2,000 outlay. So that was good on one hand, but on the other hand, it was bad because it told me, hey, you can make money out of, get rich quick. You can make quick money out of some of these things. And it encouraged me to do more. It's like a gambler. You go to a casino and you play those machines, right? And you have a win. You hit the jackpot or something like that. logic says if we hit the jackpot, if we have some kind of a win, we should go home, take our winnings, take them home, put them in the bank, or spend it on something worthwhile. But reality is that for the vast majority of people, greed will triumph and will go back in again. And of course, a few hours later, the house takes all of your winnings back from you, plus a bunch more. So I should have quit and not pursue any program like that ever again. But what did I do? After I'd made my $32,000, I did actually stop that program because there was some negative feedback coming through, and I just decided to quit, right? But I didn't quit chasing money-making schemes. I didn't quit. Why? Because I'd made that $32,000. So I kept looking for something else, another bright, shiny object. And over time, I put money into different things, and none of them paid off. So it's a bit like the casino story. You might get lucky and make some money, but chances are you'll give it all back to the universe or the institution that you're gambling at. So that's what happened. That is what happened. So the money most of the money that I made, I ended up giving it back in other ways to other stupid ideas, right? Other stupid ideas. So that's what can happen when we have an early payoff. Now, most of the people who join money-making schemes, get-rich-quick type schemes, flavor of the month type schemes, shiny object programs, most of them don't make any money at all. And in a way, that's a good thing because it might help to stop them from joining another one, although often it doesn't. But if they make money from that thing, they become hooked on it. They love the adrenaline, adrenaline rush that they feel. They feel the adrenaline coursing through their veins, don't they? So they go back in again and again and again. Now, I know another guy. Now, this guy, he's made millions from promoting get-rich-quick schemes, right? Millions and millions. He doesn't do it anymore because ultimately regulators caught up with him. But although he tried to launch one a couple of years ago and it totally bombed because of his reputation, right? But this guy had not only promoted get-rich-quick schemes, but also had launched his own get-rich-quick schemes. And he made millions and millions of dollars from this, from this way of doing business, we call it business. But the problem was that because he became so addicted to it, he couldn't let go. And ultimately, some of the things that he did in more recent times didn't work. He invested a lot of money in them, and his asset base started to deteriorate. His cash balances started to drop dramatically. And now he's completely out of it, and he's just doing some other little thing on the side, and he's given up, right? Because he never focused on building a business that had long-lasting value. So just a couple of little stories there. The most vivid one is the one that I shared with you about me, but I'm not involved with that kind of thing anymore. I haven't been for quite some time, because ultimately you want to build something that has lasting value. Now, one of the reasons why some people get attracted to these kinds of things is because they come from a traditional 9 to 5, 8 to 4, 8 to 5 work background. So they've been employed for most of their lives, and therefore they're used to getting an instant payoff, right? So I do the work for 40 hours or 35 hours or whatever it happens to be, and I expect to get paid at the end of the week. And if I don't get paid, all hell's going to break loose, right? I expect to get paid, or at the end of the month or end of 2 weeks or whatever it happens to be. I expect that because I do the work. It's like, it's a carrot, carrot thing. The carrot's out there. I do the work. I'm going to get that paycheck at the end of the period, right? And sometimes people decide to start a home business, and they bring that same kind of thinking. They think, okay, well, I do the work in this home business thing. I expect to get paid at the end of a period, a week, 2 weeks, a month, something like that. And then they don't get paid because maybe they weren't doing the work very effectively. Maybe they weren't doing it well at all. And maybe they were not doing the core things that you have to do to make sales. And they're not used to that kind of business. They're not used to doing business in this way. They're not used to being involved with an economic activity that works like that. But if it's a home business kind of thing, it's always going to come back to finding customers, making sales, and so on, isn't it? And so at the end of a week or 2 weeks or a month, they haven't been paid. They haven't received any income. What do? Well, sometimes they double down and, recommit and keep moving forward. But other times they get attracted to another shiny object. They get attracted to another thing, right? And because they think it's the thing that is the issue, not them, right? The thing is the issue. So if I join another thing, the thing that I'm doing now may be the problem. Because, the leadership are weak. They're not very good. The training's not very good. I didn't like the product. All sorts of excuses and reasons to fuel this short-term itis disease. All right, so they look around for another business or another opportunity or something like that, affiliate, network marketing, whatever, and they join that. But because they haven't fundamentally changed, the chances are that the result is going to be exactly the same in another few months. So this can go on for a year. I know people, in fact, people that I have mentored, they've come from a position where they've never made any money. In fact, we've got people on this call today who are in that position where they never made any money previously, and they've been trying for more than a year, and they joined different things and none of them worked. And in one instance I can think of, she spent a lot of money, about $30,000 on a program, a high ticket program, and not only that, spend a bunch of money on advertising besides, and didn't make any money. And that's because mainly because she really didn't know how to connect with people, find people, do the basics. She didn't really know how to do that, to build a warm audience. And today she knows how to do it. She knows how to do it. And now she's making a lot of sales. So you can guess who it is because I gave her a welcome right at the beginning there. So that's Connie. Okay. So there's a great example. You want someone to look up to somebody who broke through, who had the problem, looked at, joined a few other things, but because she hadn't fundamentally changed, the result was going to be the same. The result was going to be the same. But when the change started to happen, then the results changed. Things started to improve. She started to build an audience. She started to generate leads. And it was only within a couple of months, she started to make sales. And sale after sale after sale after sale after sale, collectively, I don't know, she's made over 50 sales this year. 50 sales, 50 customers. So we got to get our head right. And coming into this Christmas period, as I said at the opening, at the outset there, coming into this Christmas period, I think it's good every now and again just to think about some of these core issues. I know we love to watch videos and Facebook Lives that share tips and ideas like that, practical nuts and bolts tips. But if the mindset is wrong, if there's something blocking us, if we're into short-term itis, if we're addicted to instant gratification, well, chances are nothing's going to improve. What did Jim Rohn say? For things to get better, we've got to get better. That's it. For things to get better, we've got to get better. So sometimes it requires a change in attitude before that can happen. And then we can implement much more effectively, because we're not thinking about getting a result within the next week or 2 weeks. It may take a month. It may. Even when I started in the online world, it took me the best part of a month to make my first sale. I couldn't do it in a week. I couldn't do it in a few days. It took the best part of a month. And sometimes it might take 2 months. But if we kind of expunge this short-termitis thinking, if we get rid of it, if we just get rid of it and focus on playing the long game, the longer game, chances are the results will start to flow anyway. Now, here's one final point. Just let me, before I share the final point. Yeah, hi Ross, good to see you again. Hi Bill, good to see you. Adam, John, yeah, we got John. Mark, hi Mark, how you doing? Mark's a great contributor in my group. Thomas and Michelle, hi Michelle. Penny, good to see you again. Great. All right. Seems like you like this topic. I wasn't sure whether people like this topic because it's not a practical nuts and bolts topic, which seems to stimulate the most interest. But I am. I'm gratified and I'm surprised. So look, as I say, we're coming into Christmas. We're busy. We're stressed. Maybe we've got family coming. My son has arrived, and my other son arrives in a week from today. So there's lots going on with me as well. But I think it's good sometimes, particularly as we go into the Christmas break, we can reflect, we can look at the year in review, and we can look at the year ahead, and we can say, okay, what am I going to do differently this coming year compared to 2018? What's going to change? What is going to change? What's going to be different for me next year compared to 2018? So maybe you need to, face some issues. Maybe there's some blockages and you need to address them, and let's not sweep them under the carpet anymore. Let's bring them out, flush them out into the open and say, right, this needs to be fixed. I cannot move forward whilst I retain this view, this attitude, this way of thinking. It takes a bit of courage, a bit of character to sort of face up and say, look, this is what's holding me back. Instead of looking externally, you've got to look internally. This is what's holding me back. No point joining another program if I haven't solved the core issues relating to marketing, for instance, such as audience building, lead generation, and sales conversions. If I haven't figured those out yet, okay, there's no point joining another program because the same issues will arise in all probability, So that's what I want to leave you with today. Let's move away from the lure of shiny objects and focus on the basics of building a business, overcome our lust for short-term gratification, and build something that's got some substance and sustainability for the future. So that's basically it for today. Hope you got something out of it, guys. Great to see a good roll-up, and we'll have another one in a few days. My group, Try Builder Community, I've got a topic tonight which is more practical, and I think it's about copywriting. So if you love the nuts and bolts stuff, all right, I'm going to do a little topic on copywriting, but I won't be doing it through my personal profile like here. It's going to be run through my Try Builder Community. So if you're not a member of Try Builder Community, you can join that group, no problems. And you need to fill out the questionnaire. That's the only thing. You need to fill out the questionnaire because we won't approve you if you don't do that. But so you can join that. So that's a nuts and bolts topic. I think it's on copywriting. And so you can get the best of both worlds with me. You get the attitudinal stuff, but you also get the technical stuff because, I know a fair bit about it. I know quite a lot about it. So that's tonight, my time. If you're in North America, that'll be tomorrow morning, your time. Okay. All right. That's great. See you guys. Have a great day, evening, whatever. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. There we go. Boom. Click on.